right now, because you have already done the same for both Angular and React. So now we are doing it with the help of the Vue, same application. So now, if you are really seeing this code, you will be really feeling happy because of it's going to be very, very easy. Because do you really remember in our beginning of the session, beginning of our series, when we are developing an application, we guys have included HTML and JavaScript and CSS in the single code. Do you remember that inline CSS kind of thing we guys have explored? In the code itself, you will be writing all the different part of the code, like HTML you'll be writing, and if you need to include the script, you'll be enclosing inside the scripts tag, and whenever you really need CSS, you'll be enclosing it with the style tag, same as like we are going to do for this Vue application. Just carefully watch. It's going to be super easy. So the first component is header view. I'm going to paste this code. You'll be feeling it's very easy. Look how that main content, especially the HTML content, that HTML content which has been initialized inside the template tag. So template open, template close. Inside that header tag open, header tag close. Inside the header, we guys have given the title like my to-do list. That's going to be your heading of your application. And after that, we guys have created a navigation tag open and close. Inside that, we guys have created another list again to create the navigation bar. So navigation menus. In that navigation menu, the first option is home, second option is to-do list, and third option is about. And we guys have doing a link to router link with the help of that URL suffix like slash and slash to do for to-do list and slash about for about. So likewise, we guys have given the router link in our app header itself. And even if you are scrolling down further, you can see all the CSS part. So while talking about the CSS part, style and scoped for the header background color, header's font color, header's padding, and text alignment is center. And for unordered list, we guys have added all the styles. And for list, we guys have added styles. And for anchor tag, we guys have added styles and a hover, because whenever you are really hovering the mouse, home and about us and to do, so that underline getting appeared, right? So the same CSS we guys have did. So that is what is for the header. Header is been completed. Okay, do you really think it is very simple? Yes. So same as like we need to do it for footer. So app footer.view is here. So I'm just going to paste the code. Just carefully watch. Inside the template tag, we guys have added the HTML code. So footer open and footer close. Inside that footer open and close, here we guys have added a paragraph tag with copyright of 2024, my to-do list. Likewise, we guys have created. And now again, style scoped. Inside that, we guys have added all the CSS for footer and style close. That's it. Okay, so footer component is also been completed. So instead of creating everything individually for the small kind of application, you can do it in this way. So if it is a bigger kind of application, you can do it like which we guys have created for an Angular, because whenever you're talking about a single component, that component, if it has a lot of features, a lot of CSS need to be done, then you can do it with the help of that kind of process. But this is really looking very easy. Right, same as like now we need to do it for the home page, and I hope you all remember in the home page we guys haven't did any CSS part, so that's why inside the template open and close we guys have created one div, welcome to to-do list, and manage your task efficiently and effectively. So likewise, we guys have completed the home page component, and after the home page component, again with the about us page component. So on the about us page also we haven't added any CSS part into it, so that's why template open and template close, we guys have opened a div and then close and h2 tag and paragraph tag. So likewise, we guys have completed the about page as well. And then finally to do. So always to do really looks somewhat bigger than other components in our application, right? But the process which is going to be very, very similar and same, because you just see here, first we guys have created this template open, and inside that we guys have created one div, h2 to-do list and input. Okay, so here we are really specifying like v-model is equals to task. As you already know, in the to-do, there is going to be one box. There is a place where you are going to type everything that is going to be added into the variable like task. So that's what the same thing we guys have did before. So that is what the input box we are creating. So that is the input box, which is going to have that, that box where you can able to type, which is going to have a placeholder like add a task. I hope you can able to understand, guys. Okay, don't expect Sanjay why you are not showing the application. Simply you are explaining because you have already learned that. Try to imagine. Okay, whenever you are really creating or building application, you need to imagine the UI, how it should look like, how it have looked before. So everything you should imagine. Okay, just try to imagine. Okay, because those things will be covering up on the upcoming days. So now whenever you're talking about the input, that's what the box. So that input box, v hyphen model, which is nothing but the task which it is going to get the message which you are typing, like go for shopping, image edit. So that kind of task which is going to be fetched by the task variable, and at keyup dot enter, when people are clicking enter, it is going to call add to do function. That's what add to do, which has also been given. And for that input box, what is the type? Is it a number or is it some other value? It is going to be text. So that's why type, which is also going to be text. And for that input box, we need the placeholder, which is need to be written as like add a task. That's why the placeholder, which is also been written as add a task. And that input box, which has been closed. And after the input box, what we had, so we had the button, like add to do button. Add task button. So that's why we guys have created a button, and when people are clicking that, so it is going to call the add to do. So this input box, which is going to be matched with this, and add task and button close. So button has also been completed. After that, what we guys have got, we guys have displayed all the to-do list we have, right? I hope you all remember. So that's why we guys have created another list, and inside the another list, we guys have used the list tag v hyphen for is equals to do. Okay, what does that mean? It doesn't. It is simple. To-dos are nothing but the complete list. I hope you all remember, guys. So that's why in throughout all the application, I try to use the same variable name so that you won't get confused. So to-dos are nothing but the list of tasks. Go for shopping, image editing, video editing. So to-dos are nothing but the list of tasks. And to-do is nothing but a certain element. And task is nothing but the text which you are writing, the complete string. So from the to-dos, it is going to read one by one to-do, and it is going to have key is equals to to-do.id, and it is going to print that text. So printing the text is like go for shopping. And then near to go for shopping, we guys have created one button called delete button. So we are calling a delete to do, and we are passing to do .id as an argument, because as you already know, if we want to create a task, that id it can be easily generated. But when so it doesn't require any argument to create to do. But if you want to delete the to do, you need to get the respective ID of the to do. So that it really means that we need to delete that specific task. So that's why in every project, you can see the delete to do, which has been passed with one argument called to do's ID. So we guys have passed the to do ID as an argument. So whenever people are clicking that certain task, deleting delete button of the certain task, that task will be deleted with the help of its unique ID. And then we guys have created the delete button close. And once it has been done, so list tag got closed, another list tag got closed, and div tag was also closed, and template got closed. Now it's time to go for the script. Why there is a script? And even before going for the script, let us complete the CSS. CSS is like style. For input box, we guys have added the CSS. For button, we guys have added the CSS. And for the delete button, we guys have added the CSS. CSS part has also been completed. But here we have the script. Why it really requires a script? I hope you already know. For your headers and for your footers and all, it doesn't require high functions. Okay, like user interaction is not that much. Just hovering, just clicking and navigating to the other page, which it can be done with the help of routing. But other than that, it doesn't has any user interactive kind of websites or application. So that's why we haven't used the script in other components. But in the to-do, we need that functional component, because even in every application, we guys have done that. Same. Okay, only on the to-do, we need that functional work. So only on to-do, we need that functional work. So when people are typing something and clicking enter, that page, that state need to be maintained. Likewise, a lot of tasks need to be done. So that's why for this alone, we guys are creating a script tag, import space ref from view. So first of all, we are initializing that, and export default of setup function. Initially, we are really setting up constant task is equals to empty string, like variable initialization. What is meant by a task? Whenever you're typing something in that box, that is the string. Okay, like if you're typing go for SHOPP, so that is what that task is. So that is being done. And to-dos are nothing but which is going to be an array which is going to have all the to-do tasks, like go for shopping and image editing, video editing, everything which is going to be saved in the to-dos array. So that's why this is a string empty initialization, and this is an empty array initialization. Once it has been done, now it's time to do it's time to add a to do. So for that we need to create a function, right? Because we need to set up an id and those things. So constant add to do, because I hope you all remember whenever people are clicking that button, so it is going to call that function. So that has been written inside this program as well itself, like .view code. So constant space add to do, and if task that value, if there is any value, if there is something they have typed like GO, FO, or SHOPPING, something. So if they typed something, if it exists, then it is going to that string which has been pushed to the to-dos array. To-dos, in the to-dos, it is going to assign an ID, that ID which is nothing but current date. Now it is going to consider, and what is that task value, the whole complete string which is going to be added into the text. So it is going to have a two argument. One is ID, another one is a text. So this to-dos dot value, it is having a two argument. One is an ID of the task and also the text of the task. So that is also been done. And once that string which it got pushed to the to-dos variable and array, so we need to empty that, the string which has been which we have already got from that input box. So that is going to be emptied, and after it has been done, now it's going for the delete function. So whenever it is getting an id of the id of the to do, so that with the help of that specific id, we are going to filter that part out of the array we have, the to do's array we have. So that's why whenever you're clicking the delete button, that specific task which is not going to be listed on that an array. And finally, it is going to return the task and to-dos and to-do and delete to-do. So that's what all these functions return statement we guys have did. And also we guys have closed the script tag. Okay, guys, is it really looking very simple? So do you know one thing? We guys have completed the important 5 component creations. Okay, same thing we guys have did it for Angular and React, but now we guys have did it in very easy way when comparing with other things. I think in my point of view, I think Angular is very systematic. That's why it has been called as very popular, and which is Angular, which is a framework. But whenever you're talking about that React, you guys have created everything. You have created the folders and etc. Everything. This is also partially combination of Angular and React. It is really looking like that, but it is really looking easy as well. So React and Vue, which is really looking easy, and also now it's time to go for creating an app component, because app component is the place where it is going to host or show you all throughout the complete application. So now we guys have created all the 5 components. You can see app header, app footer, home, and about, and to do. So now it's time to modify our app view. So to do that, just open your directory and modify your app view. So we guys have created all those components. Now it's time to modify our app.view. And even in this doc, you can see that is source/app.view. So which is not present inside your components folder. So which is outside this components folder, which is your app.view. And whenever you're really dropping your app.view, which is having some default things on hello world and those things. So now we are going to modify to display our things. Like our things is nothing but it is going to have template and div id, which is an app, and header, which is going to load the main. And here we guys have did it for the router view. And here we guys have closed the main tag and the footer open and close tags and everything we guys have dropped. And now it's time to bring up that header and footer into it. So that's why inside the scripts tag, we guys have brought the header section and footer section, and export default components we have is header and then footer, which is being getting exported. And in the style, we guys have did the padding, minimum height, and calci. So now you might have one question. Sanjay, why we guys have brought only the header and footer inside this app.view? Because it doesn't require the state managements and those things. Because it is a default thing, right? Header and footer, which is going to be defaultly existed in every pages. Additionally, the to do, which is a component, which is the page which is going to be dynamically adjusted, and the state need to be managed, everything which is only for the to do page. So that's why in this app.view we has only imported the header and footer part. Okay, and other than that, homepage and about page, which is also going to be varied. So to make it to be constant, we guys have made a header and footer part as constantly imported in the app.view. So now, once it has been done, now we'll go for the final and great step, which is for the routing and to work on this application. So first of all, here we have the source folder. Inside the source folder, we need to create the routing folder. Look how the router is not present defaultly. So now click that source folder and create a new folder. Give the name like router. So once you are given the name like router, so what is the file name which you really want to create is index.js. Okay, because this is the app.file, view which we guys have created. Now we are really navigating to the other page with the help of the router. So we are going to give the name like index.js. So inside the router, I'm going to create the file index.js. So this is the file, and for this file we guys have placed some code, which is import create router and create web history with the help of the view router, because we are importing that packages from the view router. And now we are bringing up the home page into it, to do page into it, about page into it, because again, just remember here, don't ask me the question, Sanjay, why we haven't brought the header into it, footer into it, because it does not need to be in the router. Header and footer, which is going to be constantly available in throughout all the pages. So the routing, which is going to be happening between only the home page, to do page, and about page. So that's why in the app.view, we guys have imported the header and footer. And in this index.js, we guys are importing home page, to do page, and about page, not header and footer. Okay, just be aware. Okay, don't kind of ask that kind of question. Just think. Okay, you can ask a question, no problem, but other than that, just think and ask. Okay, so here app.view, which is a main page, which is gonna show that two part of the website, like header and footer, which is as a default. But in this index.js, where that page which is needed to be routed, so that's why index.js, which is as importing home page, to the page, and about page. So now constant routes path / for home / to do for to do, and / about for about. And even if you are really seeing this which is like a header part, we guys are given the link, only a link. It is not even really navigating. So now we are doing that navigation with the help of the routing. So / for home, and / to do for to do, and / about for about. And constant router, create web history, so which is going to have that router paths and those things, and routes. That's it. Okay, we guys have defined this router where that navigation which is going to be working on a normal way. So that is what the router part which has been done. Now we'll go for main.js. So main.js is the place where we are going to bring everything together. Okay, here we already have main.js right here. So I'm just going to bring up the main.js, and here you can see it called only the app. We guys have imported only an app, but now we don't only have an app, we have router, we have our app. So both the things which is going to be merged together in this main.js. So import create app from view, import app from app.view, and import router from router. We have created the folder, and constant app is equals to, we are creating an app.use. First of all, you need to use the router, and it is going to be mounted with the app.view which we guys have created. Okay, so togetherly everything got combined. So now I'm just going to copy this URL and going into this window. Already we have got it, and even you can see the icon at the left top corner, that is a view icon. So my to-do list and home to-do list and about, whenever you are hovering the underline, it should be there, and defaultly it should load the home page, so which is showing welcome to do list app, make your task efficiently and effectively. And the footer also, it is having a 2024 my to-do list, and both the header and footer, which is having a dark gray as a background. And when people are clicking a to-do list at the header, it should append that to do, and when people are clicking about, it should append a / about, And also the page is also needed to be changed, like about this page. And this is simple to-do list application built using Vue. And when people are clicking to do, so this is how it should be shown. And this is what the text box which I've shown, and this is what the add task button. So this is the input box. So here, whenever people are typing go for shopping, this is what the task string. And when that task string which has been typed in that input box, when people are clicking add task, that task string which has been pushed to to-dos array. So this is go for shopping is one of the element of an array. And when people are typing another task, image edit, and when people are clicking add task, that another second string which has been pushed to your to-dos array. So here we have to list. And also whenever I'm doing a pushing, the string which we have typed here, which it got erased, and defaultly it is going to have a placeholder like add a task. And when people are deleting it, that specific task with its ID, to do with its ID, that is going to be removed from the filter. That's why it is showing you only this task. Okay, guys, do you really love it? Okay, and also, do you really love the whole complete 3-part of this day 21? Do you really love this? Because we guys have created one single application, the to-do application, which is having the header and footers with navigation menus, and also the state managements, and also the routing. Everything we guys have did it together by using React and Angular and Vue. Okay, so and also some people who you might already know this or exploring certain things, always remember one thing: whenever you're talking about designing, that designing can be done by a lot of ways. So here we guys have used one of the methodology to do this. Same project, some person might can able to create in a different way. Okay, don't think like I can do it in a different way. Why you are doing in this way? Because it is my methodology. So while talking about designing, it can be video creation or image creation or image designing or website designing. The one thing can be done it in a very different ways. So don't think on that way. So other than that, we guys have focused on exploring different web framework and libraries, and even most popular libraries and frameworks are React by React, which is going to be a JavaScript library, and Angular, which is going to be a TypeScript based framework, and Vue, which is nothing but JavaScript based framework. So the very 3 popular frameworks and libraries are this React and Angular and Vue. So main motive of to conduct this one-day session to explore different application is so we can able to create different application for different frameworks and libraries, but you will get you won't get anything. Okay, yes, we have did one project on that Vue, we have did one project on Angular, that's okay, but you won't get a clear idea what is the difference between one versus another. So that's why we guys have taken one application which is moreover trying to incorporate all the features which is available, not all the features, but somewhat more features which is available to create one application in a different frameworks. So we guys have created this same to-do application with the help of an Angular, with the help of an React, with the help of an Vue. Okay, do you really love this? And this is the command npm space run serve. So now our our Vue.js application, which is already running, and same as like whenever you're talking about Angular. So let us do one thing or else. Okay, so let me close this. Okay, I just closed it, and once it got closed, now what I'm going to do is I'm trying to do npm space start for React, right? So I'm in this core folder. So this is React. So and also if you want to open your directory in the command prompt, you can hit the formula bar and you can just simply type cmd and enter. So this is the first command prompt. I'm going to execute this command npm space start. Okay, this is going to give you one URL or address. Okay, so let us wait. So let it complete its loading for the React application, the same to-do app which we are creating. I'm just really opening it. Okay, nothing new. Okay, so starting up a development server. Yeah, this is what the localhost address we have got, localhost :3000. Yes. So we have got the React application. So to-do list, how it is working, that's it has been done. So let it run at the same time, and let us try to run whether I'm not sure whether it is using the same port number or not. So other than that, let us go for the Angular directory. I'm going to open a new command window. And what is the command to run the Angular project, which is ng space serve. Okay, I'm just going to open the next new command prompt, ng space serve. So whenever you are hitting enter, so now it is going to run an Angular application, the same to-do project we have. Okay, make sure you have chosen that certain browser. So it is going to open that in that browser. So that is what the second Angular, so which is really loading right now. So at the meanwhile, let us go for the view.js and go into the to-do app and make sure whether you are going inside the application first and then open your command prompt. And what is the command to run the view application, which is gonna be your npm space run space serve. Okay, you just execute that command, npm space run space serve. But before that, just make sure, okay, this is for Angular, right? Yes, it's for Angular. And here at the single time, we are really running 3 different application. So one is for the React. Yes, this is for React, and this is for Angular, and this is for Vue. Okay, so yes, and here we have got this 3000 address for for React, and this is what is for an Angular. So this is what the IP address. Let me copy it and let me put it here. So this is for an Angular, so application we have got. And finally, this is for your view.js. Yeah, we guys have opened it and we guys have executed this command. Ta-da! This is what is our application, guys. Do you really love this? Okay, so we guys have did this option to how we are really going to see our all these 3 applications. So all these 3 are gonna be same. Look how that. Okay, so let me show you. Okay, so this is what for which has been done with the help of Vue, and this has been done with the help of an Angular, and this has been done with the help of the React. Okay, so same home, to do, list, and about. And this is for React. We guys have did, and here we guys have did it for an Angular, and same thing we guys have did it for the Vue. Okay, this is for Vue. So let me show all these 3 things. Okay, so guys, do you love this? Okay, we guys have did it with the help of all these 3 different frameworks and libraries. So let me do a screenshot right now, guys. Okay, yeah, wait a minute, because I want to schedule it in a task. So that's why I'm going to take a screenshot of this. Yes. So all these 3 applications, both React and Angular and Vue. Okay, so I'm just going to save it. So this is what all these 3 application, and I hope you really loved it. So please work on the CSS. Some part, I think something might be missing on the CSS, but other than that, the application functionality is same as like we guys have created for all these 3 frameworks and libraries. So the very important thing is go and explore. Try to create a different project using Angular. Try to create a different project using Vue. Try to think and write about the problem statement. That will be talking about the upcoming days. But try to create, try to do it. Okay. Always remember, knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. But other than that, I hope you really enjoyed the session. So yes, okay, I will be scheduling this task in your community. So please go and do the task. Knowing and not doing is equal to not knowing. So other than that, I hope you really enjoyed the session. If you really enjoyed it, just give your comments in the live chat. So thank you so